Right, welcome to a bonus session. If you have attended the graphics workshop, which was yesterday, you might know that I introduced MidJourney, but MidJourney is something that's like the ChatGPT of the graphic and design world. Very, very popular tool, and it can make anybody a great artist. It's so cool. Takes few minutes, an hour or so to understand what's happening, but there are so many people who are doing it so many different ways. um, Especially hospitality people, you can go and create a nice burger. We could have a nice portrait. It's this is so cool. Let me continue with that, and you could see how we can use this. Is Cuckoo. I created her with MidJourney, and this is my desktop image. What do you call screensaver? So primarily, what it tells you is, okay, how does an AI empowered proposal bot looks like? you know? So you can create your own avatar, and this is Cuckoo. And primarily, what we'll cover today is what's MidJourney and how you can set up an account, initial settings, configuration, and so. People who are attending live, I've shared my username and password, and people who are recording, unfortunately, you are going to look at only the theory. Join live, and you could get live experience. So in this case, people who joined live, you have my use live password, login. You can test everything what I'm telling you. So there is always a problem, as we discussed last time. Sometimes you might not be able to get the images. Most of the time, we get these images, especially the banners and anything that you want to do in your cover page. You have to go and get some images, pay sometimes, not pay sometimes, and then you just need to go for it. But why not you create your own user image? And that's where MidJourney comes up with. So it's create, again, it's based on prompt, and it shows you amazing images, especially for your sector. But it takes a little bit of photographic knowledge to do it. But if you do it, you are going to get a lot more specific information. Imagine, as I told you, if your cover page of your tender document starts with an image like a cuckoo or anybody, bingo, you straight away hooked them up. Everybody will be using the same Shutterstock, Getty Images, or some what they have already, which is very corporate. Whereas you are going to have something absolutely amazing that's going to straight away get them. So nearly 3 million users. This was done. Again, I haven't changed it because this was when MidJourney did a presentation. They had this, so I had it from them directly. So there is something called a Discord. Discord is a community, is a kind of AI community, and within Discord, they all have started different tools. So we kind of looked into 4 or 5 different text to image AI tools yesterday, what we call AI art tools. But by far, the most thing that has created a lot of interest is this one. So Discord it's like a server. You need to connect to a server, and imagine if you're working through a server, how will it feel? It's not that daunting. Still there. It is mentioned here. When you are using it, just don't think it just from proposal side. Use it to think, what else can I use with it? People have used it for so many different use cases. If you go back into MidJourney, you're going to find many different ways people have used it. All right. Just for now, these are some of the elements. The biggest drawback is it creates a graphic, very compelling graphic, but it won't allow you to add any text to it. It won't allow you to add a text to it, but it's there. Otherwise, and at the same time, if you want to add, again, you can't. You can put a reference link where it can look into that. Whereas you can't upload somebody's picture and then say, hey, can you create a caricature on this, etc. It won't, unless him or her is a celebrity where there are enough images available around them. But again, as always, there are silly people who will be doing silly stuff. But like the bias in the AI arts, there is also a lot of restrictions in what you can do with that, which is rightly done, right? So this is what I'm going to give it as a theory, but practical, I just want you to go and do it yourself. So midjourney.com is what you're going to do. And in there, when you log in, you're going to find a Discord server. The Discord server, you're going to add bot to your own server. The reason for that is, in that way, what you are going to add created images, it's going to be just for you. Nobody can see or use it. It's privacy protected, and you can just play with it. Or when you're joining as a new person, you can use the common channels, and you could, this is more or less like a community thing. Are we going to have a locked community, or are we going to have an open community? Very, very similar like that, right? And there are different versions. You can go back and you can set your settings there. And then within the settings, you can choose all those things. Version 5 is the latest version, and you could choose one of the mode. You should choose one of the mode, public or remix or relax mode. So what that meant is certain modes take slightly longer. When I say slightly longer, it takes more than a minute. But most modes, the answer comes out very, very quickly within 30, 40 seconds. The prompt that you're going to use is imagine, because this is a prompt. Anything that you're going to type, you are going to use imagine. It just comes up like that. And this is, if there is one page that's important for you in this whole slide, is this one. So you are going to use this as a thing. You have to give it a name. First one is media quality. What's the quality of the image that you're looking at? In this case, it's award-winning. Media type, artwork, or it's about a person, whether this person is staying inside a location, outside a location, sitting in a desk, standing in a desk, is she wearing any jewels, is she doing anything, and what type of arts. This is where photography kind of an element comes in. I just want it to be whimsical, cinematic, etc. Believe me, it's wow. I have no idea when I started this, but once I got used to it, it's so amazing. Chaos and fog is nothing but, it's like a pictorial thing. You can add image and you can simply, fine tune it. It just comes up with it. I will log in and I'll show you after this. But for now, on a high level, you need to give an aspect ratio, and you just need to give what's lightning, this or lighting you need to give, and then whether you need to add any fog, like a mystic theme to it or not, right? Media quality, we already talked about it. How do you want a person to look like? Professional and expert, in different ways. Next is media type. You can create all these different types. For example, vectors are like flow diagrams. It's there, but you want to create a photographic portrait, you want to create a cartoon or a caricature, you can create a business card type of an image, or billboard type of an image, illustration, anything. It's there. That's your media type. You need to specify that. So prompt description is what's the place, what's the location, what are the pairing. We are just cutting it into one line at the moment. Now the styles, that's done. This is like, again, like the styles that we're talking about in writing, you are giving a format on the styles. Is there any style of arts that you like? So as you can see here, I want it to be Pixar. I want it to be like I don't know, you can pick it up like a Harry Potter kind of a series. Yeah, so you can pick up Batman or anything, or you want to pick up, like, it should be like a watercolor sketch. So simply you are just picking up a style. What that meant is, it's instead of it's thinking and coming out with something totally off the sketch, it puts it in a different style. These are kind of enhancement. What are the additional stuff that you want to have for this person? The person should be sharp, the person should look elegant, the person should look big, tall, whatever. Plus on this side, is there anything that you want to add extra? HD, cinematics, so. Lighting, aspect ratios, chaos comes in 0. What that meant is like how simplistic do you want this image to be, and what level of chaos do you need to set up? So we are going to go for negative prompting. You can also go with what that meant is, in this image, I just don't want any plants. In this image, I just don't want any other person. Sometimes it creates with 2 people and so. So this is what we used and the prompt, and you can also connect it to any image. So again, combination, you could connect two images together. You can go from there. Again, I'm going to show you now to bring it all together. But once it gives you an image, it can also tell you, okay, fine, out of the 4 images, it normally gives you 4 images, and it tells you, okay, which one do you like? You can upscale it, which means I really like the first one, but I want you to polish the image one. Or I want to you take the third image, and now I want to create a variant of the third image. And once you get it, then you can play with it. So that's the high level point. So I know I went through quickly, but what happens here is this. Let me go back because I haven't logged in MidJourney in this one. So why not? Let's do. So let me go, stop the share, and I will share the screen again. So what you're going to get here is once you log into MidJourney, the very first thing that you're going to ask you is, hey, MidJourney bot, you signed in as Bhaskar. It's you, right? Yes. I just saying, yes, it's me. So authorize, and you go. Otherwise, you create a new access. It says, oh, sign in error, dismiss. So obviously it didn't like me. So this is the login page of MidJourney, and you go back, sign in, and then sign in, you can create an account. So initially it will be like, oh my God, this looks a bit complex, but let's have a look. And because images are a totally different ball game, you just need to have a lot of patience, and because it just comes up. So when I log in, this is because I am already in my server. So what you can do here is, this is where the settings comes in. So you can go and switch your settings, and you can go to Discord. That's where the action happens. This is where you are going to ask it to do something, right? Okay, it says update your username. We are asking everyone to update the username. You just said, I will do this later. Got it. So when you log in, these are the things you can clearly see here. Right now I'm in the settings. So I can go back, and in my settings, all these things are here. Just play with it. It's not going to change anything. I trust you. Just play with it. And what it tells you is, oh no, I went back. So these are the stuff. So I'm going to go into Discord, and I'm going to ask it to do some work for me. Right? These are some of the images that I created, but we can also go back and create something very special. So let's do it. Images always take a little bit time. Right? In this case, it also tells us what's new, what are the different things. These are the different channels on your top left. If you scroll down, you can clearly see the different rooms, newbies, 24, 25. You can just log in, you can check. Let's go into newbies 84. So what it tells me is, see what people are checking with it, right? Someone has asked to create a medical scanner image, and they have got it. Here we go, medical scanner. See how hard it is to create these images, right? See, somebody, most probably a medical instrument company, is trying to use a medical scanner due to extreme demand. Okay, fine. They are just trying to get the information. See? And the best thing is, currently they are also coming out with zoom out and zoom in feature. In the past, that I currently have at the moment, you can have one picture, but now you can actually go in. So this is just one channel. Now see, industrial equipment. If you are again an engineering company, you are just asking it, hey, pick up an engineering equipment, you can just go with it. You can clearly see here what they have done, right? Here in this case, what this person has done here is, he just asked for industrial equipment with some specific dimensions. So it gave him 4 options, him, her, and he picked up option 4, as you can see here. In option 4, you picked up option 4, you picked up U4, which is upscale number 4. So it took that 4th image and it upscaled it for him. Now this is the industrial equipment. So he's just playing with it. And now he's asking for modern industrial equipment with different sizes, and it tells him. So somebody is asking for laptops. Imagine if you are a technology company doing laptops, maintenance, it comes with it. So again, think, if you are a IT recycling company, you can use that image. This is just newbies. So somebody who are just starting out is testing. This will be you. This is me. What else can I use? And it just goes on and on. In this case, we are looking at someone trying to create laptops. Here we go. Somebody from China is asking it to do something on its own train network. I think this is what happens. And here we go. A microcat sits on a tip of a person's finger. And see how cute it is. So he got number 4 and he's upscaled it. Imagine you have this. Right? How beautiful it is. Don't just be constrained. This is the problem of people who are being professional for far too long. They think, I can't use this type of an image in my proposal. I can't use this. You know what? Yes, you can't, but you can understand the power of the tool, and you can then try to use it where possible. And that's why just here we go. It just goes on. See here, somebody's asking for a Spitfire aeroplane, which is used in the Second World War here in the UK. So that's it. So microcat sits on the tip of a person's finger. Still, it comes out. Somebody seems to be excited about that, and you can just go on. So in your case, if you want to go for it, the very first instruction you're going to give is, as it mentions here, it already tells you what you can do: describe, create images with MidJourney. That's what we're going to do. I'm going to do imagine. I'm going to click that. So it tells me imagine. What do I want to go for? I'm going to copy paste the instruction, but we are going to tweak the instruction a little bit just so that you get the answer. So I'm going to type it there. If it works, okay, I'm going to type it prompt Asian, or let's say Asian. I haven't given anything. I've just given this kind of a naked prompt. I've just clicked and said, I want to have an Asian actor. I didn't even mention who it is. And I've just went and I've used it in the public portal, right? I didn't even use it in my own thing. Very first thing it tells me is this, right? It hasn't come with my response yet. So as you can see here, it's still working through. 0%, 15% is complete. %, 62. Right. You will always get something like this. Okay, so in this case, I've asked for this information and it has given me Asian actor who's writing a proposal. All right. So now if I want to use any of these, instead of using what they call a standard image of somebody writing a proposal, I can use an actor. I can use a singer. Anybody who's common, to just use it and just put a note, just say, this is it, and it comes up with it. It's nice. So you could just make it, in this case, actor and stuff, obviously, it's copyright, but you can just get on with anything. If you like, okay, which one of this you like, and you can just go with that. So in this case, I want to create version 4 of, yes, it's asking me, do you want to use the same, because you're asking me to change the version 4. which is going to be this person. I'm going to do that for you. But before I do that, I just want to confirm, are you still going to use the same prompt? So it's taking that very first fourth image that we have done, and it's asking us to create this, right? So primarily, this is MidJourney. Again, you can use it as as I mentioned, what's the media, what's the style, use the fog, what are the different, you want to make it as a caricature, photography, you want to make it as a vector, you could just play with it and you could just keep doing more and more. And now when I go back and look the image looks like this, and I could simply pick up one image by upscaling it, and I could just go from there. That's it. So play with it, and here you are going to have the bot. So if I don't want to access anything there, but if I want to access, this is one of the student. His company focuses on drones. So he was shocked. He was shocked when I used, because he used to use some random images on drones. This is an image that was created within a minute. So we used, okay, this is a drone flying over a construction site, capturing ultra realistic. It should be ultra realistic. It should be highly detailed, extremely well made, volumetric lighting. I just used all the keywords and it came out with it. So this became his cover letter image, created in 1 minute, very unique. It's from there. Okay, and you can just go for that. The example that I gave, which was recommended by one of a female colleague, it is like award-winning artwork of energetic brunette women standing in front of San Francisco Golden Gate Bridge, wearing a white dress, oil painting, ultra realistic. And this is how it looks. And then she picked up the fourth one, which she liked, and that made her happy. So then you could go back and say professional male, 40 years, black and white suit, tie, standing inside the lift. Because why? This is an image of somebody. Gradually we just want to look into who are the professionals, because this is about an office and commercial building tender, and they just want to have a black white suit male as a cover, and we just went on with it. So you can just go back and create anything, right? So in cartoon, you can see the cartoon here. This one, I've just attached an image. In this case, I went and attached an image and then asked it to create something similar. It didn't create anything. So for example, I went and attached my image, as you can see here, and it creates something like this. Not an explicit image, but yeah, I mean, it looks South Indian, which is good. And in this case, it's the same. I've added an image which was available about here, and it just said pick up a color extremely well, and then it just goes on with it. All right, so you can just go and Tom Hanks, and you can just play with it. So primarily, don't just think this is for fun. This is a very, very professional tool, and I just want you to see the use of it. At the very outset, people think, okay, this is what we can do, So, yes, some of them, if you're going and using Tom Hanks' image or anybody's image, obviously you need to ask permission from Tom Hanks if you're allowed to do it. But nothing stops you from creating this sort of drone images, this sort of IT images, etc., which is going to make your proposal very, very unique. And we always use MidJourney for all our cover images within our proposals. It's very, very compelling, the first page, and the whole cover looks amazing. And gradually, now we are embedding Adobe Firefly in the bootcamp. We'll also look into that. But design is design. Play with it. You have the details. Log in and see the results yourself. That's it for us today. And that's MidJourney. All the instructions are there. All you need to do is just to give what type of person, media, style, and any of the specifics, and it starts to give you amazing results. And that's it. That's the MidJourney. Very, very good tool. As you can see here, very, very strong community that goes in there. Nearly 3 million users, and you'll be one of those users. So enjoy, have fun, and I'll catch up with you Monday next week. Take care. I'll speak to you soon.